Well, a very pleasant good afternoon to you, everyone. Hi, this is Amber Alert founder, Pastor Charles Williams, trusting and praying that your day is as good as could be expected. Okay, we are in here this afternoon to give you an update on the case of Tanisha Taylor, missing out of Newport News, Virginia. You see her image here on the screen, and she is still missing. Today is day 24. Today is the 24th day that Tanisha has been missing, and there hasn't been any sign of anything or any clothing, material, belongings, or anything that are any closer today to leading the authorities or the family to where Tanisha is. Anyone, first of all, having any information about Tanisha, here's the number to call, the number on your screen, 757-771-3670. That's 757-771-3670. Now, I was in communication with the family earlier on today, and I am here to announce that on this coming up Saturday, just day after tomorrow, on this Saturday, there will be an all-out community search for Tanisha Taylor. Okay, an all-out community search for 30-year-old Tanisha Taylor there in Newport News, Virginia. The family is asking everyone to adhere to the following instructions. It's going to be Saturday morning at 9 a.m. The place, 12386 Warwick. 12386 Warwick Boulevard in Newport News, Virginia. That's behind the Starbucks. Again, the date is Saturday, September 25 at 9 o'clock a.m. Listen, if you have any of the following, now, first of all, everyone is invited, okay? Everyone is invited to participate in this community search. But particularly, we need people who are willing to listen to instructions and follow instructions given. We also need people who, if you own a drone, okay? If you own a drone, we really need your participation in that search there in Newport News. If you own a boat and you're willing to participate in the search, your participation will especially be welcome as well. And, you know, we just need everybody. We need the community. Listen, there are a number of missing young women there in the Newport News area. A search like this, it could turn up some of them as well. We don't know. We don't know. But here's what we do know. This search is specifically looking for 30-year-old Tanisha Taylor. Here's her image for those of y'all who hadn't seen. Okay? This search is specifically for 30-year-old Tanisha Taylor. Okay, we shared in the last broadcast as to the interactions of the of the Newport News, not Hampton, but of the Newport News, Virginia Police Department, and how they have treated this family. And so the community is coming together to go and look for one of their own. And sometimes you just have to do that, because nobody can look for your own like you can. Okay? So again, also what is a plus would be off-duty, I'm sure off-duty police officers that would be welcomed by the family. Any other members of law enforcement, I'm sure would be welcomed by the family as well as to participating in the search. Now, a couple of things as they're going to be going forth in the search. A couple of things. One, is when you're in the search, you do not take a picture of anything you see. You do not take a picture of anything you see. You call the authorities, and all the picture taking can be done by the authorities. 2, you don't touch or pick up anything that you see. Let all the touching and all the picking up, because that stuff, should you find anything, could be considered as evidence, and you don't want your fingerprints and stuff all over it. So those are just a couple of tips that in my 2.5 decades of working Amber Alert cases, overseeing the police work and searches like this, that we see people doing and so forth. So 1, we need people who are willing to listen and follow instructions. We don't need any hotheads coming and participating in the search, okay? We need a peaceful and a well-organized search. And the people behind this search, I believe, the family, and I believe it's Black Lives Matter 757. Okay, so again, we need people who are willing to listen and people who are willing to follow the instructions that will be given from the location there in Newport News, Virginia. Spoke with the family by text earlier. They're holding on, they're holding out hope, and you know, this is one thing we have to do. We would have hoped that the Newport News, Virginia police would have done this, but since they're not doing this, since they've stated that Tanisha's case was not a high enough priority to warrant this kind of attention, we as a community, and they as a community there in the Newport News, Virginia area, are going to step up and do a community-wide search. Listen, we also need people who have dogs. Now, you're going to have to keep them on a long leash, but if you have a hunting dog, okay, I'm sure if you'll call this number and let them know, ask them if they would like you to bring that dog, they can tell you yay or nay. Also, you can call that number. Again, if you have a boat, you can call the number 757-771-3670. If you have a boat that you're willing to be used in this search, please call that number. Let the family or those at the number know. If you have a drone, okay, again, if you have a drone and you know how to operate that thing and in searches like these, please call that number 757-771-3670 and discuss that with the organizers of this search party as well. So that's the latest, ladies and gentlemen. 24 days. Tanisha has been missing. Here's the fact. Tanisha actually went missing before Gabby did. And we pray for Gabby's family. We really do. All of this is tragic. But Tanisha actually was reported missing a week, at least a week or 10 days before Gabby was even reported missing. But somehow or another, all of the attention is being given to the one and not the other. But because we as a community, we care about all lives. All lives. And I will say this, all lives matter when black lives are included. Okay? So I'm not going to go on my soapbox about that. I think you know my heart and my feelings about that. This is an extension of the courtesy alert. Some of you say, well, what is a courtesy alert? Whenever a child's case does not meet the criteria of an Amber Alert or an Ashanti alert, then it automatically meets the criteria for a courtesy alert. Basically what it does is it gives every family a hope that their child's faces can get out in front of everyone as well as the other ones. And so that's why we're here. I'm asking all of my friends in news media and in newsrooms across the country to please post this broadcast on your social media page, so that those who may be who may come to your page from across the country will know that this search is indeed happening, and it's going to be happening on Saturday the 25th. Again, they're going to start sharp, so you're going to need to be there. If you're going to participate, you're going to need to be there around 8:30, 8:45, okay? And let's kick this thing off at 9 o'clock sharp. Between 8:30, 8:45, you ought to be getting instructions. Between 8:45 and 9 o'clock, they should be pairing y'all up with teams and teams. I don't know if there's going to be a grid search, or if there's just going to be they're going to search out. They're going to go out in pods. We don't know. I haven't spoke with the group organizer. I've only been in contact with the family. But what I can say this, I can tell you this: we need some of you to wear your old and grungy clothes. Now listen, I know people in my community, I know we like the bling, okay? But in a search like this is not a time to be blinging. It's really not. So leave your Louis Vuittons at home, leave your Versace purse at home, leave your high-end shoes at home. Come out in those old tennis shoes. Come out in those old boots. Come out in those old clothes, because here's why. If there is a dumpster that might need to be looked into, somebody's going to have to be man enough to go dumpster diving and make sure that Tanisha's body is not in some kind of a dumpster or in some kind of a field or whatever. Also, if you have any vacant property there in the Newport News, Virginia area, would you please just do a cursory check upon your property to make sure that somebody hadn't done something to Tanisha and left her in someone's abandoned property or just vacant property? If you have vacant property in your area, if there are vacant apartments in that area, please have your maintenance men on tomorrow, on Friday, to go and to check every vacant apartment. Landlords, if you have any vacant property in the Newport News, Virginia area, please have your staff or whoever maintains your property to go and take a look at the property. Make sure the doors hadn't been jimmied. Make sure that just make sure that somebody hadn't dropped or placed Tanisha's body somewhere, y'all. We don't know. Listen, we're not planning for the worst. We're hoping for the best. And but we've got to do what we've got to do to make sure that she's not out there in the elements somewhere trying to get help or begging for help. So those are just a few of the tips that I would share with people in the Newport News, Virginia area there as well. And again, that is one. If you own any vacant property in the area, please go by and check that property. Please go by and check that property. If there are any vacant apartments, please have your maintenance team to please go into every vacant apartment in Newport News, okay? And let's rule that out as well. And if there are any dumpsters in those areas as well, please consider the searching into all dumpsters that may be in the affected areas of the search. So God bless. Again, this search is going to take place Saturday morning, rain or shine, okay? Saturday morning, rain or shine. It's probably going to be a little cool. It's probably going to be a little brisk, but listen here, when you consider that we don't know this, but is Tanisha out there in those same elements? If she is, y'all, we need to find her. We need to bring the baby girl home. Okay? We need to bring this baby girl back home to her mother and to her family, who so desperately loves her and misses her and wants to bring this nightmare to an end. Okay? Once again, my name is Pastor Charles Williams. If you have any information concerning Tanisha, you have any questions concerning the search, the number again to call is area code 757-771-3670. God bless. We'll keep you updated. We'll get you the next message the next time we hear from the family. God bless now. Bye-bye.